Carpe diem, folks. I was just out cruising around and I came up on this little memorial here to some veterans built by the Eagle Scouts. Hope y'all are having a nice day. It's a beautiful day here in Georgia, middle Georgia. I got a few more stops to make before I get back to the house. I got to go check on my pets. Up until day before yesterday, I only had one pet. I've got a 18-year-old Dachshund that is just the center of our world, and he's a graduate of University of Auburn. About 6 years ago or so, took him to the vet one day. He was having trouble with his hind legs, and he told me we needed to get him to a surgeon in a town about 50 miles away from us immediately. So I took off up there. I got to that town and I called to get directions, and the lady that answered the phone said, "Well, our surgeon's not here today. Won't be back until 2 days later." And I said, "Ma'am, the vet said he needed some attention today." She said, "Well, you can go to the University of Georgia or you can go to the University of Auburn." And on the side of the state I was on, it was closer to go over into Alabama on the interstate. So I went to Auburn. They took him in, and 3 days later, and he received his certificate of good health and his diploma. So he is an alumni of the University of Auburn. But anyway, about 3 days ago, I walked out into my shop, as I do just about every day, and there was a little quail walking around the floor in there. I don't know, he'd been locked up the whole night and all that day, I guess. He never would fly. He could still scoot on pretty good running, but anyway, he's still hanging around, and quite frankly, I know very little about how to care for a quail. But I got him some bird feed and a very shallow pan with water. And he's hanging out under a little lawnmower cart that I've got in the back, and doesn't seem to want to go anywhere. I don't know if he's something wrong or if he's somebody's pet that got loose or what, but anyway, I'm trying to treat him as well as I can and as well as I know how. But I'll do some further investigation into what I need to do about him. I'd like to not recognize what kind of bird he was, because the only quail I've ever encountered really was on a plate. So, of course I've seen them in the air and in the field. But anyway, we'll get him taken care of one way or the other. Alrighty then. Guess I'll end this right along in here somewhere.